Previously on the Dice Girls.
So you are on the road to the once hidden village of Osylam. Well, hello there. My name is Celeste. This is Garrison, and this is Voodoo. We're headed towards Osylam.
As are we.
We're traveling to Osylam for reasons that we'd prefer not to divulge, and we heard of your story as we were passing through Narstad. We thought it sounded perfect as a cover story.
So why do you keep looking in the sky?
It's just such a beautiful night out here.
We are sleeping in the forest with some people who are liars. And there's a crossbow guy.
When you all wake up in the morning, they are gone. With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
This is really embarrassing.
You continue on your way, and later in the afternoon, you arrive. Osylam is just a small village at the base of the mountains. Rhakna, as you travel and get closer and closer, you realize that you recognize the area.
I get excited.
Fair. Fair. Osylam is not hard to find now. It used to be hidden. So that part is a little new to you, Rhakna. We're going to say that you kind of like park your wagon a little bit outside of Osylam, just because it is very, very small. The roads are not wide enough for your wagon to get through. The streets are brick and they're narrow. There's tall, sturdy log buildings to kind of block out the harsh, cold wind on either side of the streets. And it seems like everywhere has a front porch. It just seems very warm and welcoming. There are rows of small lanterns strung across the street between the buildings, from building to building. Snow is gently falling and it kind of crunches beneath your feet as you walk over it. And Triggus, I don't believe you've seen snow before.
No, what is this? Do you see this?
Yes, we see it.
There's stuff falling from the sky and it's very cold.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
It's snow.
Snow. I like snow.
It's like frozen water.
Frozen water. Oh.
I'm looking around and enjoying the town.
You have arrived in Osylam, it seems, during a celebration. There are, like, booths set up kind of in the street. There's vendors, there's games, there's food everywhere you turn. And the whole town seems to have come out for this celebration. There's an excited and somewhat anxious energy in the air. And you see that all of these makeshift like booths and tables and games, they've been painted a white silvery color, which gives the whole town a little bit of an ethereal glow that you notice. And it just feels a little magical.
I think it probably already felt magical for me. I'm getting double magic over here.
Yeah. So you've arrived and there is a festival, it seems, going on in town. What would you like to do?
Eat.
That's my first thought too.
Shall we eat?
Let's eat. Are one of the vendors selling food on a stick?
Yes, of course. Food on a stick. Like mutton on a stick and lamb on a stick. That's mutton. Food on a stick.
Sheep on a stick.
Sheep on a stick, yeah. yeah, that too. They have lamb and sheep and mutton on a stick.
Do they have kid?
Oh, no.
Kid like baby goat?
So much variety.
Yeah.
I buy lots of food on a stick.
Nice.
What kind
Agreed.
of games are there?
It's kind of like carnival style games. You see a game where there's a bunch of milk bottles stacked up and you have to throw a ball to try and knock them over. You see a game where there's like wooden poles and you have to throw a ring to try and get the ring on the poles. There's a game where you throw darts at different targets, and depending on which target you hit, if you hit one, you get different prizes.
I never realized that carnival games were so throw-based.
They are very throw-based.
Game-based.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How good are you at throwing?
So, which one of the carnival guys has the most information that we'll need about our journey?
That's a good question. question. You don't know. You have not talked to anyone since you got here.
I talked to the food on a stick guy.
Okay, yeah, you probably said thank you, I would guess.
Yeah.
The food on a stick guy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
With my mouth full.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw something. I think that would be fun.
That seems like that's about all your options, so yeah.
Maybe darts. Would you care to join me in throwing darts?
Well, I think we'll cheer you on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm eating.
Okay, you walk over to the silvery white dart booth.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 3 darts. The man who is manning the darts booth he's very husky. He's very burly. He's very hairy. He has a big mustache. He's wearing like a, what is it called? Like a page boy kind of cap?
Flat cap?
Like a what?
Like a flat cap?
Yeah, kind of like a flat cap. And he says, step right up, step right up. You look like you have wonderful aim. Would you like to try and win a prize from the prize wall?
Yes, I would, kind sir. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Here are 3 darts. Do your best.
Okay, do I need to roll for
Yes.
darts? Okay.
We're gonna, maybe just a flat dexterity check.
12.
Your dart does hit one of the targets. It's kind of like off to the side. It's not one of the middle ones. The smaller ones were for the bigger prizes. It's one of the kind of larger circles. And the carnival booth man gives you an inflatable mutton on a stick.
Oh! Do you see what I have?
It's small.
Do you see what I've won?
It's like life size. It's not a big inflatable. It's a life size inflatable mutton on a stick.
Look at this. Do you want to hold it? Kai? Here, hold the mutton on a stick.
You can keep the mutton on a stick.
But I won it for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think seeing the prizes now Kai wants to try.
Okay.
Yeah. He wants to try darts.
Yeah, go for it. Flat dex check.
20? A nat 20?
You throw your dart, and there is like there's one tiny target in the very center. It's real small, and you just nail it. And the man looks super shocked. No one's done that all day. You can choose any prize you want from the entire prize wall.
I choose like the biggest stuffed animal that I can find.
There is a huge stuffed wolf.
Yes.
That is just massive.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my wolf.
Okay. Kai has now acquired a huge giant. It's hard for you to carry it.
Yes.
Feed it the button.
Yeah, I feel like Triggus would go up to it and try to feed it the button.
I love this scene of you all at a carnival and Triggus is feeding an inflatable mutton to a giant stuffed wolf. Yeah.
And I'm eating real mutton.
Yes.
On a stick.
On a stick.
What is the celebration for?
Oh, well, it's the Full Nights Festival. Man, it's something we celebrate every year. We have 3 different celebrations for it. We celebrate the 3 full moons before the days start getting shorter. And this is the first of our celebrations. It's always the rowdiest one. So be careful later this evening. It can get a little wild after dark here. So yeah, but yeah, it's our Full Nights Festival. We are celebrating, like I said, celebrating the full moons before the days get shorter.
We should be okay later because we have a wolf.
Yes, we do, and I've had it.
That's all right. Well, still, I would be a little careful this evening if you're not from around here. Like I said, it can get a little wild.
Is it a particularly rowdy party or what?
This is the most rowdy of the 3 celebrations. The way that we do it is our first celebration of the three full moons is the rowdiest. And then the next one will be a little more muted. And then finally the 3rd celebration is the most calm. We believe that in celebrating these full moons before the winter months, as we get calmer and calmer, it will help bring about a more mild winter. So this is kind of us saying goodbye to the last of the semi-nice days before it gets cold and harsh.
Rhakna looks a little excited and she says, I like your celebration.
Why, thank you.
But I have to ask, there's no like lottery or anything, right? This isn't like some, Nobody dies.
He cocks his head at you because it is an unusual question to ask at a carnival.
Like little Salem's Lot going on.
It's not like the Purge. He cocks his head and kind of looks at you a little confused. No, nobody's meant to die at these celebrations.
No sacrifices.
There's no sacrifices, no lottery. No. It definitely will be better if you're inside, but you're not in any real danger, I believe.
Okay. Just checking. Never know when you walked into a purge town. Yeah, I said all that while I was chewing on my mutton. I apparently have a whole lot of mutton and I'm chewing it a lot.
A whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
You've got like 3 sticks in one hand and you're just...
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm holding those 3 sticks in one hand like Wolverine, little Wolverine claws stuff. And then
You're just like chewing on each one.
I like it.
I've already taken a bite out of each one just to like claim them.
Yeah, so nobody else tries to. Yeah.
So where's your king?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a king here or someone who's in charge?
Well, in Osylam, we kind of all pitch in and you know, there's not necessarily one person who's in charge. There are a few people who've been in the community longer and they're very looked up to, and respected. Their opinions are held in high regard. I guess we don't necessarily have a government. Of course, we fall under the Dreaded Kingdom, so we're technically under King Joshua's rule, but we're far enough away from the main part of the kingdom that they don't really bother us too much. We're pretty much left to our own devices.
Can you tell us more about these people who've lived here the longest? How long have they been here?
Well, some of their families have been here for generations. It's mostly the Orcish and human population has been here the longest. That's who founded the city. And you can find them almost anywhere here. Many of them are shopkeepers and plenty of them are taking part in the festival, of course. And there are a couple of other members of the community who have been here for quite a long time. One of them is the candle shop owner, Hyone.
Cool, thanks.
Cool, thanks.
No problem. And young lady, you have the best aim I've ever seen of anyone in my entire life.
I happily pat my wolf.
Let's go find this Hyone.
As you're walking down the street towards the direction that the carnival worker, he pointed you in the direction of the candle shop, and as you are walking towards it, down the road you spot Garrison and Celeste and Voodoo, and they look like they're interrogating a frail, elderly human man who also points them in the direction of the candle shop.
Maybe we should walk a little faster and get there before them.
Yes.
Okay.
Are they harming the older man?
No, they weren't harming him. They just seemed very... From what you could tell from down the street, they seemed pretty insistent on whatever they were questioning him about. And okay. he pointed them to the candle shop, which was like literally right across from where they were. So they were actually quite close to it.
Oh, run. Well, Triggus just starts
running down the street.
I was thinking that we'd just eavesdrop on them.
Yeah, that might work.
Okay, we'll holler at Triggus because he's...
Trees, no!
He's already halfway.
We're not running?
No.
Okay. What do we do?
You stay here and hold my wolf. I'll see if I can listen in on their conversation.
Okay. What is the wolf's name?
I'll have to think on that.
Okay.
It's hard to come up with names on the fly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I stay back with Triggus.
Yeah, I guess I'm rolling for eavesdrop.
So where are you headed?
I think I'll just crouch down and look through a window.
You see the elderly man point the other party in the direction of the candle shop right across the way. You see them walk into the candle shop. Roll.
Would that be stealth?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that not one? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Holy bananas. Okay. You go to peer in the window of the candle shop and and you thought that you saw a ledge kind of sticking out. And so you went to lean on it. But there wasn't a ledge and you fall forward and bang your head into the window. The window doesn't crack, but you're going to take 2 points of damage.
Oh.
And
everybody knows it.
You hear the man across the street snickering, and the door to the candle shop flies open. And
I'm just in the snow.
And a muscular-looking elven woman wearing crimson robes steps into the street.
I don't even try to get up. I'm just like snow, hating my life.
I was hoping she would think that the banging on the window was just like a bird flying into the window.
Not on a nat one. She knows. She has piercing green eyes and tan skin, and she's wearing a necklace in the shape of a crescent moon. And she kind of narrows her eyes at you a little on the ground and says, "Were you attempting to break my window?"
No, I'm sorry. I fell.
Are you okay?
Not really.
It's just my pride.
It's just my pride, yeah.
Okay. Well, if you would mind not breaking my shop kindly, thank you.
Yeah.
And she walks back into her shop and shuts the door.
That went well.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Rhakna and Triggus have seen this from down the street.
Yeah, Rhakna, this is really embarrassing. We should go see if she's okay. I'm going to run over and see if she's okay. Because I've stopped laughing. I'd like to ask the old man what they asked him. Hello.
You're still holding my wolf.
Oh,
Yeah.
here, I'm giving you your wolf back. I'm going to go ask this man.
Okay. I just kind of hold on to it and sit on the ground.
Collect your wounded pride.
Yeah.
I pat you on the head where you hit it.
Oh.
That sucks.
Do you lay on hands?
Oh.
Sorry.
I forgot I'm a healer.
You sure are.
Yeah, I want to lay on hands and fix her boo-boo.
Okay. It's a little embarrassing, but she heals your boo-boo.
Thanks, Rhakna.
Hey, this is Mike, your sorcerer of social over at Proficient with Skulls.
Hey, I'm Jared, your master of dungeons, and we are a D&D 5e roleplay podcast.
Every Sunday, we take you on a journey into the magical homebrew world of Telethala. Man, it feels good to say that finally.
Yeah, it doesn't it? I love saying it every week.
I can see why. If you love friends throwing friends in pits...
If you would
I'm
like
going to
to.
toss you over there.
No,
I'm really strong. I can.
No,
Trust me.
really, it's okay.
Here looks
I'll
yelling
stay
across the
here.
pit. No, please.
Or if you like whatever this is...
I'm gonna be like, okay, here comes the sword, and clap, put my hands together, and raise them, and cast spiritual weapon.
Oh my god. Yeah, so what appears?
And it's gonna be a nice ornate sword.
Then you're gonna love Proficient with Skulls. New episodes every Sunday.
And look for our Telethala World Sourcebook coming out soon. To find out more, check out our Patreon page over at Courser's Folly Entertainment. That's our production company, and there are all sorts of goodies coming soon. So until then, come join us on our adventures at Proficient with Skulls.
Hey Dicelings, it's Becca, your Dice Girls DM, here with a couple of quick announcements. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been sharing the show and tweeting about it using our hashtag, the Dice Girls. If you do that, there is a chance that we will be able to name an NPC after you. This episode, we have an NPC named after Hyoni, who is named after Twitter user @ChaoticHyo. We're pretty excited about Hyoni's character. She's part of our Discord channel, and we super, super appreciate her and everyone else who has been tweeting the show and sharing it with their friends. Something coming up this month that we're pretty excited about is Spider Day. Spider Day is a holiday that's pretty much turning into a national holiday. It was made up by the folks over at Critical Bits, and basically they're coming out with a special. Our whole crew got to play superheroes who fight a leg of a giant spider that attacked their podcast's town of Heavendale. It was probably one of the silliest things we've ever done, and I feel like that's saying something So make sure you stay tuned for the Spider Day special coming out on April 19th from Critical Bits. They're also celebrating Spider Day with a weekend-long charity stream for Covenant House in Georgia, which helps out homeless youth. And I'm going to be DMing one of those streams. Some of the other DMs include our friends Hallie from Small, Terrible, and a Dragonborn, and Jordan from Chaos Conductors, and other amazing DMs. It's going to be a great weekend full of gaming and silliness and fun. They are still looking for players to join their charity stream, so you can find details if you want to be a player. You can find details at spiderday.com. And basically the last thing I wanted to say is just a huge thank you. We are overwhelmed with gratitude every single day that people are listening to us and liking us and tweeting at us and talking to us and talking about us in such amazing ways and supporting us. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. You guys are literally changing our lives with your love and your support. So we are so appreciative of you and everything that you do for us. Just thank you. We love you. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to let y'all get back to the episode. We'll see you next week. So Triggus has greeted the frail elderly human man, and he smiles at you and says, "Well, hello there."
Hello, I saw you talking to the liars that went into the candle shop. And were they being mean to you?
He cocks his head at you. I'm sorry, the liars?
They were pretending to be us.
What? and who are you?
I'm Triggus Garganath. It's a long story.
I would imagine so, Triggus Garganath. My name is Lyle. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, Lyle.
No, those three people were just asking, they were just looking for someone, and I thought Hyone might be able to help them. I sent them into her. She knows everything and everyone in Osylam, and she wouldn't let anyone push her around like they tried to do with me, so
okay.
I figured she could handle them quite nicely.
Who were they looking for?
He thinks about it for a moment. Well, they weren't actually looking for anyone specific. They just needed help with a problem they were having.
What kind of a problem?
I don't quite feel at liberty to discuss that.
How about if I roll the dice?
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
Tell me how Triggus persuades him.
By giving him a hug and just patting his little head and saying, "I'm really sorry that those people were rude to you. You seem like a very nice man, and I think that you should tell me what problem they're having."
He smiles and hugs you back. Wow. Thank you, Triggus Garganath. I really appreciate it.
The cutest persuasion check ever.
This is a really cute persuasion check. It's adorable.
Although you did pat that man on the head, but, still.
It's a little patronizing, but that's okay.
I notice that I always assume that everybody is shorter than me.
They're not.
Yeah, you probably had to reach up a little bit.
No, he's a pretty frail old hunched over man. So he probably actually was a little smaller than you.
Okay.
Just because
Triggus is like 5 feet tall.
I know. Well, you see, the large human man, I can't remember his name, started with a G. He is having a particular issue that we've been known to help out with here in Osylam in recent years. And Hyone has all the resources to properly help the young man. The two traveling with him were sort of watching out for him to make sure everything went smoothly.
Is he looking for a barber? Is he like really hairy guy?
No, they were both of them. Garrison was also hairy. Lyle laughs. No barber. We do have a barber though if you're looking for one. He's right down the street. He's a very friendly guy.
Oh no, thank you.
You're very welcome. But yeah, I sent them in to see Hyone. She knows a lot about what the man is dealing with and is just very willing to help him out.
Do we take a number?
No, her shop is open. You can go right in.
Okay. Maybe you shouldn't go, Guy.
I was gonna sit out here with my wolf and wait for you guys to come out.
Rhakna, I think you should go in and lie to her.
Do you say this in front of Lyle?
Yeah, he's my friend.
Should we maybe wait for the 3 to leave the shop before we go in? Instead of being like, hey, what are they asking you about?
You rush it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just wait for them to come out. And then after they come out is when I'll go in.
How long does Rhakna wait before she changes her mind? Because you wait for a very long time and they don't come out.
Can I peek in the window? Are they on watch or on the window now?
You can peek in the window. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 8.
You peek inside the window of the candle shop, and your view is like partially obscured by a display. You also don't see anyone in the shop. You don't see anyone in the shop.
Guys, no one's in there.
They disappeared? Maybe there's a secret tunnel.
Yeah, is this like another underground,
The orc resistance? Is that what's next?
Are we just progressively moving on to different resistances?
There's a whole network of resistances.
I don't know, should we just, like, go in?
Yes, I'm ready.
Is there a bell on the counter we just ring? I mean, like...
Ting ting.
Yeah, when Triggus doesn't see one, he just ting ting.
He just ting-tings himself.
When you open the door, a small bell does kind of...
Okay.
Oh, right.
We were still outside the door.
Yeah. You walk in. When you open the door, a small bell tinkles. And you, for a moment, you still appear to be alone. As you look around, you see it's a very small shop, and it feels it's just slightly too cramped to be cozy because there's candles and stationery and books piled everywhere. There are several of the candles burning at once, and you would almost expect that to create not a great smell or like an overwhelming smell, but they seem to blend together just perfectly to create the smell of a field of tulips on a sunny day somehow. You're also getting that. It's very impressive. The light from the candles kind of creates a warm glow throughout the small shop. And like I said, every corner is just cramped with books and candles and stationery. There's an ornately patterned, large red and gold rug across the floor. There's like a dusty cushioned chair in one corner. There's a small table next to it. And, it's also cluttered with candles and books. And on the counter, you see a glass tank. A big glass tank, and there's a giant black snake inside of it. And there's also like a flimsy plastic container, and it has 3 frogs jumping around in there frantically as the snake eyes the container.
I need to rescue the frogs.
No, Triggus.
Why are they trapped in this container?
I don't know, but it's not your container.
Hello?
When you call out, the same muscular elven woman that Kai saw earlier comes out from a back room, and she smiles at the 3 of you, a little bit of a toothy grin, and says, well, hello. I'm Hyone. Welcome to my shop. Please do not break anything in here.
Yeah, I'll just stay here where there's nothing.
Why are there frogs in a jail?
I'm sorry?
The frogs, they want to be free.
Well, Samson has to eat, and he much prefers, as gruesome as it sounds, he much prefers live meals.
But I don't think it's very nice to leave the frogs facing their death before their time has come.
Perhaps you are correct. And she walks over to the tank and picks up the container that has the frogs in it and kind of like scoots them out into the tank with the snake.
Oh gosh, do you have a blanket?
You used to own snakes.
I know, but I feel bad for the frogs.
What are we asking this lady?
We're trying to find Rhakna's dad.
I don't think that's...
Am I to assume that you are Rhakna?
Well, yeah.
Should have talked to Triggus again. I'm telling you guys. I'm surprised you haven't learned this.
Well, okay, yeah, we're here to try to find more information on the gnome Wolfric. It just so happens that I also have personal reasons to be here in Osylam.
Roll me a perception check. All 3 of you roll me a perception check.
18.
17.
I got a 12 total.
Okay. Triggus doesn't notice this because he's like shielding his eyes from the snake. So he's not quite looking at Hyone. When you mention Wulfric's name, she very quickly, you see a very small look of surprise cross her face, before she kind of gathers herself. And what were your personal reasons for visiting?
Well, I lived here before the war, and I was separated from my family.
She looks compassionately at you and says, My dear, you must have been so young when the war broke out. I wasn't here when the war broke out, but I did move here shortly after. Who are your parents?
My parents were, Garol and Kara, Gulanok.
You see her kind of cock one eyebrow, and she tilts her head as if she's inspecting you, Rhakna. And then she does the same to Kai and Triggus. She seems puzzled by you. And she says, poking around on the first full night festival asking openly about Wulfric and Garol Gulanok. You really are looking for trouble, aren't you?
What do you mean?
I don't know if you've heard, but things can get a little crazy on the first full night's festival, which is tonight. You do know this, correct?
Yeah, we were told.
Yeah, no sacrifices, right?
No sacrifices. Listen, tonight's not exactly the night to have this conversation, but I think I might be able to help you out. If you will help me out in return. Why don't you come back tomorrow, and we can talk about the people you're looking for.
Is there a Motel 6 around here somewhere?
Right up the street. They left a line on for you. No, you, right down the street, is a nice, it's the better H&G hotel. Plog runs it. He'll be very, Plog. He'll be very happy to have guests this evening, and you'll be safe in his tavern.
Can I ask, what does any of this have to do with the festival, though?
People are a little more easily riled up during the full night's festival. To put it mildly, it's a very
ominous event that doesn't have any sacrifices.
There's no... She laughs. No, I promise. Nobody will be sacrificed.
Everyone's being really ominous about tonight.
It can just get a little crazy for the folks who aren't accustomed to it, and we just want to make sure everyone is safe. That's all. Tomorrow everything will be much more calm. Your party goes to the tavern down the street. It's cozy, and when you walk in, you see an older orc man. He is very muscular. He's pretty hairy for an orc, which is very unusual.
Is there like something in the water here?
Lots of testosterone. It just makes people grow extra hair. You do notice that the windows of the hotel have like iron bars on the inside of them. And the doors are like pretty thick. But other than that, it seems really cozy and very welcoming. And the older orcish man smiles at you as you walk in. Welcome to Better H&G Tavern. My name's Plog. What can I do for you?
Plog. What does the H&G stand for?
Howls and growls, of course.
Oh.
I thought it was Homes and Gardens.
That's concerning.
Better Homes and Gardens.
That's where I was going with that. That's what you were meant to think.
Okay.
We would like a room. Maybe all together, because I'm afraid.
Can we get a room with a window so I can understand what the heck is going on tonight?
Absolutely. In fact, you should have a good view of this evening from this window right here. If you'd like to spectate, you won't be the only ones watching.
So whatever this thing is, nobody goes indoors.
No, you'll be fine in here.
Will our horses be safe?
How far outside of town are they?
Oh, no.
Maybe we should go move them a little bit farther outside of town.
Are we just going to bring them in our room with us?
Yeah, they're pets allowed at this hotel.
Horses are too big for our rooms. We do have a stable in the back if you'd like to.
Is it a safe stable?
Yes.
Okay.
Iron bars, just like on the windows here.
Yeah, we should probably do that for our horses.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. Didn't even know I needed to be worried.
Yeah. I was worried.
Yeah, you go, your wagon is fine. You retrieve your horses, Pluto and Andromedus, and Plog shows you to the stables where they are given fresh hay and put away for the evening.
Cool. Can we get our room?
Absolutely, yes.
With 3 beds. You got a room with 3 beds?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I think we should all stay together.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and he sets you up with your room. It's upstairs. It's a nice cozy room. There's 3 beds. There aren't bars on the upstairs window, but he assures you that it's not going to be a problem.
We should probably have a sit down with Triggus. Triggus, I need you to not laugh at any more orc names that we can run across.
It's very difficult.
I understand.
When you have names like Plonk, it's very hilarious.
And also maybe be a little less obvious about what we're doing here.
Oh, is it a secret again?
Not exactly a secret, just be a little more careful. 'Cause
About-
we don't know who we can trust.
Oh, okay. So, should I lie to people?
Not lie, just not tell them everything.
Okay. So we have secrets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Good talk.
Yeah.
I want to wait around until we get...
Yeah, what time is it right now?
It's probably just starting to get dark.
Okay, yeah. Maybe we should also, lock the door.
But we need to go downstairs and watch through the window because I want to see what
We can watch
happens.
through our window.
Can we see through our window?
You can see down into the
It's a
town.
window, that's what they're made for.
Yes, you can see down into the festival and the
Unobstructed view?
yeah.
Okay. Pull up a chair.
As it gets darker and darker, you see the moon rising, and again, it's the full night's festival, so they're celebrating the full moon. Once the moon is pretty high up in the sky, so pretty late in the evening, you suddenly hear loud animal noises, growls and snarls, and the streets become swarmed with giant wild animals. You see giant rats, and you see giant tigers, and giant bears, and and they are running through the streets, and they're shrieking and growling and roaring, and all of the booths that were painted that silvery white color, the animals attack those booths and just rip them to shreds. And it is quite a spectacle. They tear down the booths and some of the lights, and everything painted that silvery white color gets destroyed. They make pretty quick work of it. It's very noisy. It's probably a little scary. Basically, after all of the booths have been torn down and reduced to piles of wood on the ground, splintered, shattered booths, they run off into the forest.
I want to run downstairs and ask this dude what the heck just happened.
I follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow too.
So the 3 of you head down the stairs, and Plog is looking out the window. There's other people who are standing by the window, and they are watching the animals rip everything to shreds, and they don't seem perturbed at all by it. They don't seem shocked or surprised at all. They're just watching.
This is your festival?
He turns around to look at Rhakna and Triggus and Kai, and he is smiling, and he says, This is our festival. You see, after the war, when Osylam opened up, it became a haven. Osylam was founded for humans and orcs and half-orcs who weren't accepted by society. The humans didn't accept that their human compatriots had fallen in love with orcs, and the orcs felt the same way. And so Osylam became known as a safe place for people who were shunned by society, such as my people, the lycanthropes.
Oh.
And we're gonna end. We're the episode there.